One is the legacy media is holding on by the skin of its teeth. There are a few people there who are able to survive. So when somebody, say, 10 years younger than I am, 20 years younger than I am, thinks about how they got into it, they can still get into those places and they can still have jobs there to this day. But they're fragile, and their piece of the media pie is just shrinking or embattled and under siege. And after what's happening now between the White House and CBS, and now the New York Times is being sued, so there's that sense of a legacy that, people still talk about mainstream media as if that's this powerhouse juggernaut. And it's not what it was when that term was coined. If anything, they're almost like, I hate to say this, but they're almost like boutique media, right? So then you have that area. The world of social media, of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, which is now arguably what we used to call the first draft of history, right? When I was a journalist coming up, we said we were writing the first draft of history. It was a common coinage. I can't take credit for it, but it was often said that that's what we're doing. We were the first ones on the scene at a fire. We were the first ones on the scene at the cops and courts every morning. If you're at a daily paper, you do it all. So it was real first draft of history stuff. And at that point, I remember at the Iowa City Press Citizen, I had a writer I was in a writing program in Iowa, and there was a Yugoslav writer there. And she would come to my office and ask to see the wires. I don't know if you remember the AP wires and the UPI wires, because that was a way to see what was happening in the world before the newspaper came out the next day. So now social media, from TikTok through Instagram to Facebook, wherever you are, that's the first draft of history.